1682. Westminster Abbey. As through the abbey wondering strangers pass, to view the fabric, tombs, and painted glass, when the great Thynn's rich monumental shrine, which like the moon 'mong lesser stars doth shine, containing sacred relics, dust divine, they see, and by the epitaph certified, how that by murder he untimely died. Desire to know who was the cause, the clerk with truth shall soon reply, Count Königsmarck. Anonymous poem published as a broadsheet in 1682. Arnold Quillen lies on his back upon the ancient and uneven paving stones of the abbey, tapping with mallet, gouge and chisel at a block of the finest white Italian marble. His eyes grow dim with the strain of constantly gauging the exactness of the line. It is difficult working in such sepulchral gloom. His apprentice, Jan Ost, stands over him with a lantern, but the flickering light can prove deceptive. One slip now, and the work of months would be ruined. He is putting the finishing touches to the tomb of Thomas Thynn. Most of the carving has been completed in the workshop on Ludgate Hill, the Belle Sauvage, but there is always some last-minute pointing and polishing after the slabs have been hoisted and swung into their final positions. It had been a troublesome commission from the outset. Quillen had spent long weeks on the lettering of a convoluted inscription that had been stipulated by the executors, only for Dean Thomas Spratt of the Abbey to intervene at the last moment and insist on its immediate and total removal. The words may have been in Latin, and so understood only by the few, but they were still an insult to Count Königsmarck, a libel upon Lady Bette, a slur upon the English justice system, and, above all else, they were defamatory of King Charles himself. So the slab had been removed in its entirety and smashed into pieces, and a new monument has been lowered solemnly into its place, which reads simply, Thomas Thynn of Longleat, in Com, Wilts, Esquire, who was barbarously murdered on Sunday the 12th of February, 1681/2. No fingers pointed. No explanations offered. Below is just a large and empty space. Quillen gets to his feet, brushes the dust from his shirt, and stretches his cramped legs. He is a tall, well-shaped man, not yet 30 years old, an immigrant from Holland. He stands back a couple of paces and views his handiwork. His own name is already being spoken of in the same breath as the great Grinling Gibbon's. There are those who are saying he may soon surpass him. Quillen is well enough pleased with the top section. He has embellished it with the required paraphernalia of swagged curtains, pediments, and urns. Thynn is shown reclining with a cupid at his feet. He is gazing heavenwards, his lips slightly parted, a limpid expression on his face, indicative of his saintliness. Neither the executors nor the dean could surely quarrel with any of that. But it is the scene depicted below upon which Quillen has lavished his greatest care. It records the moment of Mr. Thynn's brutal murder. 3 horsemen are shown attacking a fashionable coach. One of the assassins, with elaborately coiffured hair, which falls forward in 2 lustrous locks, catches hold of the carriage harness. A second, wearing a small 3-cornered hat, threatens the 2 footmen travelling pillion. The central figure of the 3 shoulders a musketoon and discharges its fatal contents through the coach window. Thynn throws his hands into the air in a gesture of horror and despair. The Abbey, as always, is busy with tourists and pilgrims, antiquarians and beggars, the idle and the curious. Once they have finished viewing the main attractions, Elizabeth's tomb or the painting of Richard the Lionheart, the more.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.